welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are doing surgery. We had a little accident and I'll tell you all about it. Stay tuned. Now you may be wondering, why am I even bothering to try to repair something like this? Well, it'll be great content, and I think that it's a challenge for myself to see if I can even do it. As I mentioned before, there's a story behind how we got here, and it's not pretty. It's not something I'm proud of, but had to be done. We had a drone stuck 40 feet in the air, and what better way to get it down than with a little torpedo flinging into the sky and then crashing down onto asphalt. So that's the result of hitting asphalt repeatedly with a balsa plug, and we'll try to put it back together. Even though it looks bad, I think that it could still become fishable if I do it right. So let's see if we can do it. Alright, the first thing I'll do is I will try to put the weight back in the way that it came in. This is a 1/4 ounce, and we will try and put that right back where it came from. And it nestled in there perfectly. We also have this shard of wood that is supposed to be there. And I'm going to start with this medium thick super glue from the Dollar Tree. And with the magic of super glue and baking soda, we'll fill in these cracks. Okay, we're a little lumpy, but that's all right. We're going to sand this down a little bit, smooth it. Like I said, don't worry too much about the paint job. We'll redo that and see if we can get this thing back into a fishable condition. Okay, we are now sanded smooth. Well, as smooth as it can be. It's a little lumpy, but it's never going to be perfect. And I'm now going to put a UV coat over this whole thing to try and get it smooth again, or as smooth as possible, so I can paint on here. Totally going to do a different paint job than what's on here. That way we can cover up some of the blemishes and see if it'll come out looking halfway decent. This is UV resin, but it is not the hard type. It's not my preferred UV resin, but I've got a whole lot of it, so we're going to use it. And yes, this is a makeup brush. They are cheaper than buying paintbrushes. And they do the same thing. Isn't that funny? UV chamber is on. All right, not bad. So now that we have it clear coated and put back together, I'm gonna give it a base coat of white, so that way we cover over the old paint job and all the cracks that had formed in the wood. All right, after our base coat of white, she's looking a little rough, a little ugly, but we will try to do the best that we can with what we got. I've got some new paints that I want to try out. These are from Hobby Lobby, and they only cost me $1.99 a bottle. There's quite a bit of paint in each one, and I think that they'll actually spray pretty well right out of the bottle. I'm going to give them a shot and see if we can paint this with these colors here. I'm going to start with this light gray. And we're just going to go over the top of the bait with that. Follow that up with this sky blue. It's looking pretty good. Next thing I'm going to do is put a stencil over the bait and make some scales. Make sure my scales are facing the right way. And we're going to use that purple to do that. Problem, when I put the stencil on, the paint was too wet and it scratched it. So definitely use the hairdryer on the paint from Hobby Lobby. Okay, not bad. I have a comb, and this is gunmetal in the brush. And we'll see if we can put some texture on the side of this bait. And the last Hobby Lobby color to go on is this teal. It's this iridescent turquoise. And it's got a little bit of gold in it. So let's see what it'll do to the back of this bait. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that so much I'm going to do it to the rest of the face. Now there's a couple colors I want to throw on that I could not get in the Hobby Lobby, only just because I didn't want to buy another paint bottle that I already have that I like. This is just an Airbrush Colors opaque red. Sprays pretty well. And I put some dots on the eye and then just a little shad dot there on the shoulders to distract you from all the cracks in the body. We're going to put this in the clear coat next and then put it back together and see if it'll fish. All right, so I've got the hooks back on. She's ready to go fishing. It is not as pretty as it used to be. I put a couple of red splotches there where it was injured. I thought that was kind of funny. But everything else looks pretty good and fishable. Try and take it out for a few casts and see if it'll walk again. I'd say that repair is working pretty well. Well, that bait has a happy ending. And just like that, you only need one cast to land a fish.